But yeah, what do you guys think? If the gold race has high attack and no transformation, will that be a deciding factor for you guys? Let me know in the comments below. Now, I will point out again, when you when you create your custom created characters, you have 8 slots, so you can create up to 8 characters, which is actually one of every single race and gender. So you can have up to one male Earthling, female Earthling, male Saiyan, female Saiyan, male Majin, female Majin, and then of course the genderless Namekian and the genderless Frieza race, which is 8 characters. So you can have one of every single gender and race available in this game at any point. So that's cool. Now the question I have for you guys is, who are you going to play as first? Let me know in the comments below. Again, with me, my big deciding factor is if the Earthling race does have Super Saiyan 2. If yes, I'm playing as Earthling first. If not, then I'm sticking to playing as Super Saiyan 2 Saiyans when I create my custom created characters. But what about you guys? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, or any of that stuff, feel free to add it in the comment section below, and I will try to answer to my best ability. But as far as anything else, I think it covers everything. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you punch that like button right in the face. And yeah, let's talk. Talk to me. Let me know what characters you're going to play as, and we'll take it from there. Anyways, guys, my name is Rhymestar. You guys enjoyed the rest of the day, and I will see all you awesome Super Sandwiches in the comment section below. Bye! What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestar here, and today we'll be discussing the races in Dragon Ball Xenoverse. What race are you going to play as first? It's been a question that we've been asking ourselves since custom created characters were first announced a couple months ago. From what I've been seeing, though, a lot of you guys wanted to play as the Saiyan and Frieza race first, followed by the Majin race, which has been more of a wild card, depending on if you can play as the skinny version of Buu or not. And then the least popular I've been seeing is Earthlings and Namekians. In fact, I don't think I've seen anybody comment that you want to play as an Earthling yet, or at least there's been a couple, and there's only been about a handful of people wanting to play as the Namekian race. But I feel like for those 2 races, it's going to really rely on what the transformations actually are. But without further ado, let's discuss each special attribute for the races available when you choose your character or create your character in the beginning of the game. So first things first, let's talk about the Saiyan race, which we first saw back in the beta back in October. So for the Saiyan race, if you play the Saiyan character, your advantage is you have lower HP but higher attack, and the special bonus is your attack raises when your health is lower, as well as if you get revived in the middle of battle, all your stats rise dramatically, which is basically the Zenkai boost. So essentially, the Saiyan race will rely on being very offensive. You don't have much health, so you want to make sure that you're kind of defensive as well, because if you get hit a lot, obviously you'll get knocked out faster. But the trick here is being offensive and playing smart. So that's basically going to be the big deciding factor for the Saiyan race. In terms of transformations, we saw Bandai Namco confirm last week when they did their live stream that Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2 will be an achievable transformation for that race. As far as Super Saiyan 3, they're still kind of working on it. They're kind of actually building it out, but it's not completely confirmed yet. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be confirmed because when they were asked about Super Saiyan 3, they gave the whole, "Oh, we can't answer that question yet" answer, which usually means, yeah, we'll confirm it when it's confirmed. But essentially, Saiyans, lower HP, higher attack, and their attack gets stronger as they get beat up. So that's kind of the boost there. Now, as far as the Namekians, which is the next race, the Namekians, I don't really like their attributes. We also saw the Namekians in the beta back in October as well, and they weren't that much fun to play with back then as well. If you play as a Namekian race, you have lower attack but higher HP, which is both a good and bad thing. To me, it's a bad thing because I'd rather have high attack than high HP. Like, if you flip those, it'll be perfect. Because, like, if you play smart, you can use the high attack to your advantage, but having low attack will put you at a disadvantage on the battlefield because you're not going to do as much damage as the other races, which sucks. But they do also get a stamina boost on refilling faster, and the items heal them more, and also if the HP is low, they'll start regenerating. But again, I still feel like if your health is low enough, you will just get your ass kicked and it won't really matter that much. Now again, the Namekian race has not been as popular as all the other races so far, but I've been seeing in the comments. But I feel like if Great Namex ends up being confirmed as a transformation, that's going to be a big deciding factor for a lot of you guys on playing as the Namekian race first. With me, if Great Namex is the actual transformation available for that race, I will probably play as the Namekian race on my 3rd playthrough, because I still want to play as the Frieza race 2nd. So again, that all depends on what happens when they confirm more information about that race. But who wants to be Namekian? Who wants to be Saiyan so far? Let me know in the comments below. The next race we're going to cover is none other than the human, aka Earthling race. Now I will say this is the Earthling race, not the human race. There's a big difference. Humans means Krillin and Yamcha. Nobody wants to be Krillin and Yamcha. The Earthling race means like Gohan. Gohan was born on Earth. Technically, he is an Earthling. He's an Earthling Saiyan. And in Dragon Ball Online, which Dragon Ball Xenoverse has really greatly been based off of, in Dragon Ball Online, Earthlings can go Super Saiyan as well. That's because they have Saiyan blood inside them because they were born on Earth, which is what makes them Earthlings. Now, for the actual stats, humans have balanced attack, defense, and health, which is kind of cool, and their key always refills. But here's the trick. or I guess the cool thing, when your ki fills all the way up, your attack raises. It goes up. Your attack goes up, which makes you pretty much technically, it makes you better than the Saiyan race. And I have a theory that for the transformation, Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2 is going to be the cap for the human characters. And if that's the case, I'm probably going to play as Earthlings first, because I'd rather have the balanced stats rather than a low HP, because you can still get the attack boost when your ki is up. And as far as fight styles for the human race, you want to be more about being a melee-based character so you can refill the ki up, and just an offensive melee-based character, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going to play as melee characters. Melee characters. I can't talk today. But if that's the case, I'm definitely going to play as the Earthling race first, because I just want to go Super Saiyan 2. If Super Saiyan 2 does get confirmed for the Earthling race, I am definitely going to play as them first, and I'm definitely going to use that attack ki attribute special to my advantage to basically wreck all you guys when we fight in Dragon Ball Xenoverse. But again, when they confirm what the transformations are for humans, I will let you guys know. But I will point something else out. A lot of you guys have been saying that you want to see Unlock Potential and Mystic as a transformation for human race. Those aren't really transformations at all. Mystic is actually a state of unlocked power, which is actually what Unlock Potential is as well. Unlock Potential has only been considered as a transformation because that's what we've been seeing in the past games. Originally, Budokai 1, they wanted to give transformation for every single race, so that's why they gave Kid Gohan and Krillin a Unlock Potential state. But Unlock Potential is not really a transformation, it's just like you're just more aware of your power and you know how to use it better. It's not really a transformation. And Mystic is definitely not a transformation. It's just, again, it's a more advanced version of Unlock Potential, just where it's like, hey, you have power, use it. There, now you can use it. And also in previous games, we've never seen Ultimate Gohan actually transform in the Mystic form. It was just always a standalone character. So that's why I don't believe we're going to get those forms for the human or Earthling race. But again, when we get more information about transformations, I'll break it all down. But for now, know that humans, they're balanced, ki refills automatically, and attack raises when they have max ki. Now the next race is going to be a wild card, as I said, and that's the Majin race. The Majin race stats are higher defense, but slower stamina. And the cool thing is when your stamina is maxed out, then you have way more defense. So it looks like probably the smart way to play with the Majin race is to rely more on ki attack. Because remember, you have two bars. You have a stamina bar, which is kind of like your defensive mechanism that you want to go off of, and you have a ki bar, which essentially is how you pull out your super attacks. And with the Majin race, you probably want to play more on the defensive fight style and more focus on ki attacks, like with planet burst and stuff like that. And that's probably the smart way to do it. Now again, I want to point out that a lot of you guys do want to play as a skinny version of Majin Buu for your base form, but unfortunately, that is not going to be available in this game. If you want to play as a skinny version of Buu, there's a possibility that the transformation for the Majin race is going to be Kid Buu, which is what happened in Dragon Ball Online. If that's the case, then that still would be pretty cool. But in terms of fight styles, if you want to be a more defensive ki-based character, I definitely suggest you play as the Majin race first, because that's probably going to put you in a great advantage on the battlefield. It's like, hey, I'm just going to keep flying around you, your attacks wouldn't do that much damage to me, and I'm going to blow you up, and you're not going to do anything about it, because that's just how the Majin race plays. Yeah. Now, the big question is what's going to happen with the Cold race? Because last week, I'm sure you noticed if you watched the live stream, they revealed nothing about the Cold race. They didn't even scroll over to show you what the stat boosts are. But I predict that the Cold race is going to have a higher attack, probably slower ki, and the special is probably going to be they have an attack bonus when the ki is max. It's kind of like the opposite of the Majin race. But something I want to point out is, if you watch the live stream, I'm pretty sure you guys all noticed it, but there was a character that was sitting on the ground that looked like Final Form Cooler, like the 5th Form Cooler, with the horns and stuff. And from looks of it, you can actually design your Arcosian Cold Frieza race character any way that we've seen in previous, of all the forms, I guess. And I have a theory that there's a possibility that, the Arcosian Frieza race doesn't actually have a transformation. I feel like they'll probably get like a power boost or something, kind of like a Kaioken that's unique to their race. But in terms of transformation, like when you design your Arcosian character, it's stuck to that form. Because remember, in Dragon Ball Z, we've never seen the Arcosian Cold characters revert back. Now in the previous game, like Budokai, Burst Limit, all those games, when you lost enough ki, your character would just transform back. Now games like Raging Blast, if you transform, you stay out of the form, as well as Tenkaichi. But Burst Limit and in the Budokai games, when you get hit enough and your ki runs out, you just revert back. But technically, that's not right. So the question is will the Arcosian Frieza race actually have a transformation? And I feel like there might be a possibility that there's not going to be a transformation, only because, again, I saw in the Bananamka live stream, I saw a Final Form Cooler that you could basically create your character based off of. And if that's the case, then what will you transform him into? Now, I will point out that in one of the trailers, we saw a Final Form, not Final Form, but like a Final Form Frieza style transformation character blasting like a Kamehameha. But I can't tell if that was actually how the character was created or if that was an actual in-battle transformation. Now, when they actually confirm how the Frieza cold character race is going to work, I will let you guys know. But for now, just know that it's a possibility that the Frieza race will not have transformations. But they'll probably have their own like super boost that will put them on an advantage to kind of combat with, you know, I guess Super Saiyans and Great Namekians and all that stuff. And that's how the other races work. Now, the question I have for you guys is, does that matter? Is that going to be a make it or break it point for you guys choosing to play as our Arcosian race first? Let me know in the comments below. Me personally, I kind of wish that that's how it works, because I would love to design my Arcosian character as a cooler style character with the horns and stuff and a little faceplate, and that's just me. And I'll be perfectly okay being a badass like that. I am 100% okay with, you know, that being my race. But then again, we don't know yet. We don't know yet because we've seen a lot of the Arcosian characters or the cold race characters that we've seen in like the gameplays and trailers and stuff. Oh, excuse me. All seem to be in their first form, so we don't really know much about it. But then again, the fact that it's December right now and Bandai Namco still hasn't revealed anything about the Frieza race tells us that they're still kind of figuring it out themselves. So I guess we'll have to keep following the cold race news as it comes out over time. But for now, just know there's a possibility that they might not have transformation. Just my guesstimation, just my guess. I don't know anything. I'm just guessing because that's what we saw in the actual stream, and you know, it just makes more sense that way, because again, the Frieza race never reverted back in their fighting. Now, I will point out that Cooler, when he got shot in the sun, did revert back, but that was more of a glitch. It was like a bug. They did it on accident. They did not mean to do that.